Hey, had some technical difficulty, so I apologize for that. I'm back. I'm here. Hi, happy Tuesday. My name is Amy. I am a working mom, proud wife, lover of God, love to encourage, build, motivate, right? Uplift women and all those that come into my path. I also love makeup, and because I love makeup, I went on a journey to find a makeup company that I could truly enjoy, and I found that in Limelight by Alcom, and now I am a beauty guide with Limelight. I went ahead already and I put on our Must Do, which is what you see that gives me that nice glow. Then I put on a mix of Shinto 2 and Shinto 4. And then I used concealer 2 and 3. And now I'm getting ready to go to work. And I've got, 20 minutes to get all this done. So I'm just going to move right along. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in there. If not, I'll just go right on. And just gonna put on my powder. Before I put on my powder, yesterday I was watching one of my fellow beauty guides, and she was doing this technique that she learned from another director, Mary Kemp. And in it, instead of using the stippler to put on the foundation or the Blenderful, they were using a powder brush. So I chose this one. I put it on after I put on my Must Do, and I put on my concealer. Now I'm putting on our 10 years younger finishing spray, which she said was one of the techniques to just make the look airbrush and flawless. And then with that same powder brush, go in and put on our pressed powder, which is translucent, no color. I have a girlfriend who ordered it, and she says that it baffles her how something with no color can be so effective and give her such a flawless look. She says that out of all the products, that's the one that has impressed her the most. She loves our foundation. She loves our concealer, the long-lasting longevity of both, right? But for some reason, she's just enamored by the pressed powder. And all it does is seal in, right? Our foundation. And you can put on as much as you want, as little as you want, depending on how much of a dewy look you want. I still have my tan, and I was actually poolside today doing my devotionals. And you know, God just has a way, I'm going to put on our bronzer now, of reminding us of his awesome promises. And I posted a picture of a duck in the pool. Not to brag because I was poolside doing my devotionals. Because, yeah, that's cool, and I'm blessed because of it. Because the place where I live is a really nice place, and yeah, we have a pool and all that. But it was just because it was a reminder to me of that verse that says not to worry about anything, because if he clothes, if we were to look at the birds that are in the sky, they don't worry about what they're going to eat, what they're going to wear, because God will provide for them. I mean, they may not know that it's God providing for them, right? But they don't worry about it. So how much more if he provides for them, how much more will he provide for us, his children? So that verse really, that bird, that duck in the pool, really brought this to my remembrance. And what an awesome reminder, right? That we don't have to worry. Yeah, I know sometimes life gets hectic. You know, this week or this weekend, I had a lot of, there were a lot of things I wanted to do and things I wanted to complete. I just used our number 7 blush, Keen. So yeah, I had a lot of things that I wanted to complete this week. But guess what? This weekend, I wasn't counting on getting sick. So don't know how many of you know, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And, you know, Crohn's is, I didn't know anything about it when I was first diagnosed. That to me was like, and it was a mystery. And I was totally blown away by the diagnosis. Not knowing, never expecting, never suspecting that I would have to deal with something like that. And because of it, I lost my eyesight. I was declared legally blind. Single mom at the time, right? Many of you know my story. And it was hard. It was not easy. But through it all, God brought me through. And it's because of that that I am grateful. It's because of that that I guess it brought out in me the encourager, right? Because when you go through stuff in life and you overcome, there's power in that overcoming. There's power in surviving and going through some stuff. And it gives you like a right to be able to say, you know what? If God brought me through that, then he will definitely bring me through this. And it just gives me an ability to be able to tell people, you know what? Just trust in God. Watch what you say, because there's power in your words, right? Be careful what you speak. Be sure that you're always speaking life. Be sure that you're always in no matter the situation. When I would feel those sharp pains, I was determined that I was not going to let that keep me down. I was determined to praise my way through. And that's just how I lived my life. I could have been in a bed or wherever I was, on the sofa, crouched in a fetal position because of the pain. And I said, every time my body is afflicted with pain, I'm just going to sing, worship, and praise. And it wasn't easy. Some days it was harder than others. Some days I just wanted, you know what, God, just end this. Just end this, put an end to this, put an end to my life. I can't handle this anymore. And right there I would receive correction and know that, no, this is not the end. No, you can't give up. So I had to do like David did, encourage myself in the Lord. And just take myself by the ear and say, stop. This is not what you're talking. This is not the end. You're going to get through this, and this is going to make you stronger. And indeed it did, right? I made it through. Yes, I have some setbacks. Like I said, this weekend was one of them. I left work sick on Friday, and I spent the weekend pretty much, other than going out to run, I think it was like, out of the list of errands that I had to do, I think I did like 3. Because I just had to listen to my body and put myself down. I did a live, and what no one knew was that I had been in pain all day. But I had put myself down and trying to rest to gain the energy to be able to do that online party live. And you know, you just gotta go and get it done and do what you gotta do and listen to your body so that you don't end up paying a worse price, right? You listen to your body, and when it tells you stay down, right? There's a Bible verse that became a reality in my life when I understood it, where Psalm 23, where David says, and he maketh us to lie down. Doesn't suggest, doesn't recommend. He maketh. That maketh became a reality in my life at another time when I kept pushing myself and pushing myself in my own strength to do something. And I tripped because, you know, being a little clumsy, and I messed up my ankle. So I needed a cast. And in spite of being on crutches, I wanted to continue to push myself, I should say. And so I kept going and kept going, and there was something specific that I was doing. And it was all about the heart, you know, the reason why I was doing what I was doing at the time. And I kept pushing myself and pushing myself. And even though I was in crutches, I kept going. So lo and behold, they had to take the cast off because it had moved. And it was hurting me a lot and rubbing me in the wrong places. Yeah. So guess what? He madeth me to lie down, because when I went to the doctor says, well, we won't be able to put another cast on for a few days. So you're going to have to lie down. So if I would have listened and put myself down when I had the cast on, I probably wouldn't have had to go through that additional torture, right? But because I didn't listen to my body and I wanted to do things in my own physical strength, guess what? I'm not saying God causes things, right? Bad things to happen. But sometimes things have to happen to shake us, to determine where our faith is, to test us, you know, to determine whether or not we're growing. And so there's a reason why when you go to school, you have to take a test, right? It's not to make you uncomfortable. It's to see if you have soaked in the knowledge that was imparted into you and where you are, whether you can pass on to go from milk to meat and potatoes. So, yeah, I ended up having to lay down. And one of the first verses I read was that one. He maketh us to lie down. And I said, Lord, I don't ever want you to maketh me again. Let me be sensitive and let me not become stubborn and wanting to do things on my own. That was from there on, that was my prayer. And I really, I don't recommend this to anyone, you know, to keep pushing and striving, even when you know that your body is paying a price. That's not good. It's just not good. And the recovery, right, the healing process, all I did was just delay it. It could have been a short amount of time, but because of my stubbornness, right, I delayed the process. So that was my lesson learned, and trusting him and knowing. And I said all that just because, you know, we have plans and we want to do things. And yeah, it's great to have a plan. I'm a planner. I'm a choleric type personality. So there's always a plan. And if I want to get something done, the first thing I'll do is sit down and write a plan and how am I going to get there and all that. And that's great to have plans, but we must have the flexibility to know that that plan can get interrupted. I'm going to do a sidebar here. I just got my blending brush. Look at this brush. It's a pointer blending brush. Isn't that phenomenal? And I love it because it goes right into the crease. Look at that. Right into my crease, and then I can go and buff it out. So, yeah, it's great to have plans. But we have to understand that those plans, we have to be flexible enough to allow those plans to get interrupted if necessary. So I'm all for planning because, again, that's how I function better. If I can have a plan and know what I'm doing and where I'm going and where I'm at with regards to my plan. But I've also learned to have the flexibility to say, like I had to do this weekend and even yesterday, no, put yourself down, give your body the rest it needs, let it heal, let it recover. And thankfully today I got up and I'm feeling much better. I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm excited, right? Because this is my banner year, so I'm going to do things differently, because if you do the same thing expecting different results, that's insanity. So I've decided to take charge of my career, of my life, of my passion, and move forward and make things happen and just fulfill my destiny and walk out my purpose. I'm in a book club and we're doing a study on the catalyst leader. And it's just a reminder. Nothing new that I didn't know already, but it's just such a sweet reminder. People go around not knowing what their purpose is. And it's so sad to come to the end of the road and saying, okay, I worked all these years and I did all this, but I never felt satisfied. That's sad. And so I know what my purpose is. I'm an encourager. I'm a motivator. I love to share information. So I recently had the opportunity to do a special project at work that allowed me to be a trainer. And in doing that, I was able to discover my ability to train, and that I really had a natural incline, if you may, a natural bend, where I was able to use my personality, which to some can be a little overwhelming, right? And I get it. But in a training environment where you're sharing information, where you need to get people motivated and you need to keep people excited, that personality really comes in handy. And I put that to the test during the past 6-7 months that I had the chance to train, and discovered that, hey, that's where my bubbly personality fits in perfectly. And so that's my intent, to pursue that, right? It's my natural bend. Be it teaching people how to do their makeup, sharing information about skincare, makeup, tips, tricks, right? Or teaching them about a new product, a process, systems, whatever it is, you'll find me. And that's where I will definitely be able to shine better, because it's my natural bend. It's no effort for me. So know that we have to walk in what our purpose is, right? So that we can feel fulfilled and not go through the days feeling that, well, there goes another day, another dollar. All right, so my eyes are almost done. Just need to take care of some things here and blend. Blend, 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 blend. And, yep. Perfect. Then I like to put things away as I use them, because that way I don't have a mess at the end. And now I just do this on my eyebrows. I happen to love. This is from, I think this is L'Oreal. And it just makes my eyebrows stay in their place, because being that they're so thick. And it's a beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. And what else? That looks cool. So I just encourage you to ponder what is it that makes you feel joy, that brings, that makes you smile, that when you think about it, it brings a smile to your face, right? Whatever that is, pursue it. Find a way. Find a way to make it happen. Find a way to make it work for you. And don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your hope. Don't give up. Pursue it. And find someone that you can share your dream with. Keeping in mind, you can't share with everyone, because there are a lot of people that are not necessarily, not that they want to hurt you, but because their frustrations as to where their life is and where they are, sadly, sometimes selfishness, and they're not able to rejoice over other people's happiness because of their own frustrations and where they're at. So be wise as to who you share your dreams with and move forward. Try to accomplish it. Dream high. Remember, God doesn't call the equip. He may call the equip, right? But usually, my experience, equip he calls. He'll call you to do something, and you think you're inadequate. We have big examples of that in the Bible and in life. And then he'll equip you on the go in the process. So don't limit yourself. Don't look at what you have, because usually what you currently have is never enough. But that's where he takes his super, mix it with your natural, and that's where the supernatural comes in. But there's got to be something, you have to give him something to work with, right? You've got to be on the go. Bible says that the steps of the righteous steps, right? So what does that mean? You got to be walking so that he can order them. You can't do anything with a parked car. You have to be in motion. And so you moving, him seeing that you're moving, and trusting him for the outcome, that's what's going to get things rolling. So believe in yourself. Believe that you are walking in purpose to fulfill your purpose and your destiny, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, with all your understanding, not your own understanding, but acknowledge Him in all of your ways, and He'll direct your path. So trust. Trust Him with everything. And I know it's easier said than done, but it's not impossible. It's not. You got this. I got this. We all got this. So I'll put on my earrings, and if I can find them, they're right here. Don't like to put my earrings on before I finish before I do my makeup, because then you get makeup on your accessories. So, yep, this is, this is the finished look. I'll be taking a picture, posting to fix here a little bit. But yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for those of you that have me on the replay. It's 1:33 here in Tampa on this beautiful Tuesday that God has given us, and I just pray that whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that's disturbing you, that's stealing you, robbing your peace, your joy, whatever it is, I pray you learn to, with open arms, with open hands, right? To surrender, to let it go. Let God take it, let Him have control, and watch Him do great and wonderful things. I pray that His shalom, His peace, nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing broken, come upon you, that He wrap His arms around you and hug you and love you right where you are. Whether it is that you need health, whether it is that you need provision, whether it is that you need salvation, deliverance, restoration, whatever it is, whatever. I just come into agreement right now, and I pray, right, that He do all that for you, because He's certainly done it for me. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I live every day grateful for every opportunity He gives me. And so I live my day with a longing of, who can I touch today? Who can I impact and make a difference? It's the power of one. Because you impact someone, that someone goes and impacts another, and then you have the domino effect. So I love you. I call you blessed, and I pray favor over you. Have a wonderful, blessed, and productive day. Bye.